The Ghost of GENNY Castle by Tony Scott. Sí. Introduction. Claire looked across the field and saw a tall stone building, an old castle. She said, "I must go and see that before I go home again." Aunt Mint didn't look at the castle. It is not a nice place to visit," she said. "Jenny, castle is dangerous." "Dangerous?" said Claire. "Why?" When Claire's mother and father had to go away for a month, Claire stayed with her Aunt Min for Christmas. Aunt Min lives in the village of Little Jenny, and near it is an old castle. Claire is very interested in the castle, but the people in the village don't want to talk about it. They are afraid of it. Accidents happen there. People die. Aunt Min tells Claire stay away from the castle, but Claire can't stay away. She has to find answers, and she will, because something in the castle is waiting for her. John Scott was born in a small town in the west of England. Now he lives in Bournemouth in the south of England, near the sea. Not far from Bournemouth it is an old castle, Cornwall Castle. It is near 1,000 years old, and people tell a lot of stories about it. John wrote this story after he visited Cornwall Castle. John writes books for readers of all ages. When he is not writing, he lies walking for hours on quiet beaches, watching films from the 1890s and 1850s, or looking for interesting old books in the little photo shops. His older Penguin readers and Penguin Active readers' titles are Hannah and the European Newspapers, Taste, The Big Bad Mistake, Lucky Fright, The Missing Coins, The Climbed, and Detective World. Chapter 1: The Castle. It was a cold December afternoon. Walter Burge was outside his cottage when he saw the car in the road across the fields. It was Minnie the Whisker. "Who is he taking home?" thought Walter. "A visitor?" Walter didn't like visitors. Stay away from the castle, he told them when they came in the summer. Sometimes they didn't visit to him, but this was winter when not many people came. He watched the car for a minute or two, then he went back to his work. An orange car was outside the cottage. It was the color of pearls. It too watched the cat. Then it waddled slowly across the field at the back of the cottage and up the GENNY Castle. Claire looked out of the window of the little car. "It is far to your cottage, Aunt Min?" she asked. "About 6 miles," said her aunt. The village of Little Jenny was behind them now, and snow began to fall from the grey December sky. Claire thought about Christmas. "It's going to be nice here, Aunt Min," she thought. "The last time I saw you was 10 years ago," said Aunt Min. "It was only 5 years old then," said Claire with a laugh. "And now you are as tall as me," said Aunt Min. She was tall and thin, very grey hair. "Where did your mother and father go?" "I can't remember." "New Zealand," said Claire. "They went because of that shops, and they are coming back in January." Aunt Min smiled. "And you are going to be with me in my little cottage for Christmas," she said. Claire smiled back. Then she looked across the fields and saw a tall stone building. "An old castle," she said. "I must go and see that before I go home again." Aunt Min didn't look at the castle. It's not a nice place to visit," he said. "GENNY Castle is dangerous." "Dangerous," said Claire. "Why?" Aunt Min didn't answer. She looked across the field at the old building and said, Stones are always falling from the walls and towers. Claire looked around. There is something out Mint isn't telling me, she thought. What it is? Does the castle have a secret? When Claire got up the next morning, the sun was in the sky. Did you sleep well? asked Aunt Min. Yes, very well, said Claire. After breakfast, Aunt Min said, I must go to the church in Little Jenny this morning. Do you want to come with me? You can look around the village. Okay, said Claire. An hour later, they drove to Little Jenny. There was some snow in the fields, and the castle was beautiful. Is it dangerous? thought Claire. Her aunt stopped the car in the village. I can walk up to the church and meet you later, said Claire. She wanted to get her aunt something for Christmas, and after Aunt Mint drove away, she went into a small shop. It sold books, pictures, written papers, and envelopes, and a lot of other things. Aunt Mint likes writing long letters to her friends, thought Claire. I can get her some written papers and envelopes. She looked at the books. Do you have a book about the castle? She asked the woman in the shop. No, said the woman, we don't. Is there a picture of it that Claire began? No, the woman said quickly. Claire spoke a book about old church, then paid for the writing paper and envelopes before she went outside. What's wrong with Jenny Castle? She thought. Nobody likes to talk about it. Why? It was good to be out in the sun again, and Claire went for a walk round the village. It was a very pretty place, with a lot of small cottages and a little school. The church was at the top of one of the roads. Claire was near the door when a big old car stopped in front of her. A man got out. He wore a long, heavy coat, and his hair was thick and grey. He carried a shopping bag in the hand. Some women were outside the shop, but they moved away quickly when they saw the man. He went into the shop. Nobody likes Walter Brooks, somebody said. Clara turned around and saw a boy behind her. Why? She asked. I think they are afraid of him, said the boy. He was about 3 years younger than Claire. He wore jeans and a warm coat. Why? Claire asked again. The boy put a finger to his head. Crazy, he said. They think old Walter is crazy. Perhaps he is. He lives in the cottage near the castle. What's wrong with the castle? Said Claire. The boy looked round, but there was nobody listening. It's a bad place, he said. Bad things happen there. My dad sometimes talks about it. What things happen at the castle? Clara asked. I really wanted to know. Accidents, said the boy. Some years ago, a woman died there. Some of the tall tower. And the back tower is called fell down. She was under it. Claire thought for a minute, then she said, accidents can happen. A place isn't bad because accidents happen there. She does it, said the boy. She, said Claire. Who is she? The ghost. The boy said quietly. Ghost? said Claire. She laughed. Don't laugh, said the boy. He was angry. People in the village don't talk about it, and he walked away. Ghost, Claire thought. She smiled. The boy is crazy, not the old man. I'm going to see that castle before I go home, but perhaps it's better to say nothing to Aunt Mint. I don't want to worry her. Clary opened the door at the church and went inside. She saw her aunt and some other women with flowers in their hands. She watched them put the flowers round the building. Aunt Mint saw her. We are getting it ready for Christmas Day, she said. The flowers are beautiful, said Claire. There is a big evening of Christmas singer here tomorrow, Aunt Mint said, for the people in the village. Can we come? said Claire. Do you want to? said her uncle. Yes, said Claire. Aunt Mint smiled. Good. Because I do too, she said. Did you have an interesting morning? Clara remembered the old man, Walter Burns, and the boy. Yes, she said, very interesting.